Okay, so you're coming to us because you found out your wife is a big-time Fortnite player.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, on the surface,
Yeah.
that might not seem like a huge deal to some people,
Mm-hmm.
but it sounds like it's really shaking you up a little bit.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we hear you.
It's a big deal to you, so
We get that.
let's dive into it.
Yeah, so what's going on here? Like, is this a common thing?
Oh, absolutely. I think, anytime that we have sort of this like rug pulled out moment where we think we know somebody or something, and then there's this like new piece of information, and we're like, wait, what is happening? This doesn't compute. I think it can really kind of throw us for a loop.
Right, because it's like we have this whole narrative built, right? Like we
Yeah.
think we know
Yes.
our partners, our friends, whatever, and then
Mhm.
suddenly it's like,
And it's comfortable, right? Like
yeah,
we like to have things kind of like, oh, this is familiar. And then when something disrupts that, even if it's something that seems small to other people, like Fortnite,
hmm
it can feel like a really big deal because it's like, wait, who are you?
right, exactly, yeah, and like, how do we even approach this? Like, what's the more
Ah.
important question here?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the fact that it's Fortnite, or is it this like idea that this is like rocking our world a little bit?
Right. Is it the activity, or is it, as you're saying, the fact that it's disrupting this narrative that we've built?
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing to look at is what is it actually bringing up for you? What is it about this that feels unsettling? Because it's probably tapping into something deeper, right? Like you're feeling a little bit betrayed, maybe a little bit lied to, even though it's not necessarily about the game, but it's more about like, why didn't I know this about you?
Right. Yeah.
And what else don't I know?
Okay. So then, what do we do with that?
Yeah.
Like, how do we move forward
Right.
in a way that is like healthy and productive?
Well, and I think that's where you can look at it as an opportunity. It's an opportunity for growth, both individually and in your relationship. So rather than going to that place of like suspicion or getting resentful or any of those like more negative emotions, I think curiosity is going to be your best friend here. Like approach your wife with curiosity, say, "Hey, I noticed you've been playing a lot of Fortnite. Like tell me about that. What is it that you enjoy about it?" And just kind of go in with this like open curiosity to understand.
That's such a good point because it's like instead of coming at it from a place of like, or like,
Exactly.
why are you doing this?
Yeah,
Like, oh, tell me more about this thing that brings you joy.
exactly. And you might be surprised by what you learn. You might find out that, oh, she's really good at it and there's a whole community, or she finds it really relaxing. Like, there might be these aspects to it that you didn't even consider. And then you have an opportunity to either share in that together if you're open to it, or at the very least, understand her a little bit better.
And it's building a bridge, right? Instead of like this like
Yes.
wall
Exactly.
that's like immediately going up.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And so it sounds like, I mean, worst case scenario, you learn something about your partner and maybe you even have a little fun together.
Yeah,
But best case scenario, this is something that, helps you grow closer, helps you
totally.
communicate better, and
Right. It deepens your connection.
yeah, strengthens the relationship.
Because you're showing an interest in her world.
Exactly.
And who knows, maybe you'll even find some common ground. Maybe you'll end up playing Fortnite together.
Right.
You never know. But I think the main takeaway here is that it's not really about the Fortnite.
Right.
It's about the communication and the curiosity.
Yeah, it's about kind of like looking at this as an opportunity to like learn and grow as a couple.
Absolutely. And I think also acknowledging that if this is bringing up some things for you around like, man, I feel like we're not communicating in our marriage, like that's okay too.
Yeah.
Like that's worth exploring as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like maybe this is a symptom of something larger, but I think it's all good information to have.
Yeah, it's about, like you said, just kind of like leaning in
Mm-hmm.
to the discomfort a little bit and seeing what's there.
Exactly. And having that open dialogue.
Yeah, well, and that actually, I think that's a perfect place to kind of like wrap up this like deep dive here
Mm-hmm.
because it's like instead of asking ourselves like, what else don't I know?
Mm-hmm.
What if we change that narrative to like, oh, what else is there to learn? What else can I discover about you?
I love that.
Because ultimately, like, that's what's going to keep things interesting, right?
Absolutely.
Relationships should be about discovery. They should be about like constantly kind of like
Yeah.
learning about the other person.
I love that reframe.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what is there still to discover?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so hopefully that gives you a place to start from. And hopefully that is, something that you can take and work with.
And just remember, like, Curiosity over criticism.
Yes, I love that.
Curiosity over criticism will get you so far in a relationship
I love it.
and in life in general.
That's awesome. Yeah, be curious.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today. This has been great.
This has been fun.
Hopefully we'll do it again soon, but
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, until then, happy gaming. Right.
Happy gaming.
All right, take care.
Yeah, you too.